Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls. When we last left off, we beat Typhon and got the Genji helm. And I went ahead and equipped that on Rabbit. Just want to let y'all know who I put it on. So let's head on out of here. No, I don't mean that out of here. I mean, let's head to the next floor. Gosh. Alright. And here we have... Oh, a high potion. That's gonna do me a lot of good. Woo. Woo. So, you know, if at the current rate we're going, there's about 7 episodes left in this LP. Because in the previous episodes I covered about 5 floors in 15 minutes, so it's an average of 3 floors per minute. So, yeah. Wait, is that an average of... Yeah, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay. So, we probably have about 7 episodes left unless I start getting lucky with some stairways. Most of the floors are just reskins of old dungeons. The only floors that I actually would bother spending time on are the unique floors. You know, like the Scholar floor in the previous dungeon, or the Dancer floor, or... well... Yeah, like I said, not many floors that I'd go full out on. And this dungeon, or this bonus dungeon, has some pretty odd floors itself. Some of the floors are unlike anything I've seen in the previous 3, which is a good thing. I want some variety and change, but it's kind of weird. Pardon me. Oh, and I am thoroughly enjoying Lufia 2 for the DS. Sorry for not having a video up yesterday. I meant to cover this in the beginning. Even though, yes, I was playing Lufia 2, that's not the reason why I didn't upload a video. I didn't upload a video because when I got home from work, I was dog-tired. I mean, I set up my computer, started watching one YouTube video. Next thing I know, I fall asleep. Ugh. I just could not make a video under those circumstances. So I took a nap and just played Lufia and rested and recovered. Oy. The Mystic Stone system is a new system they put in there. The best way I can describe it... Oh, how do I describe this? It's similar to the sphere grid in Final Fantasy X, in that there are different parts on your tile board for each party member, just like how each party member in Final Fantasy X started off in a different location of the sphere grid. One area focused more on magic, one area focused more on attack. Well, each character has their own section of the grid, and any tiles you place in their grid will go to them. You have tiles that are... Sometimes you have a single space tile, sometimes you have tiles that are 3 long, 1 wide, and you have tiles that are 3 wide, 1 long, or 3 horizontal, 1 vertical. You have square tiles. Each tile also has their own stats associated with it. So let's say I have a power tile. I can put that tile onto Maxim, and that will increase his strength. And you also gain added abilities depending upon certain... There are certain squares on the tile that will do something for that character when they're covered by a stone. For example, there is a... each character has a square on their tile to increase their maximum HP by 50. So if I put a stone tile on there, it'll increase their HP by 50. You can also increase how powerful these tiles are by combining them. So you can do a lot of crazy stuff with that, and it may be as time consuming as all get out, but if you're willing to invest the time and money, you could theoretically have a you could have a stupidly strong character just because you maxed out tiles and put everything on their board. And this would be really useful for the Ancient Cave, because any normal item that you get will not be allowed to be taken into the Ancient Cave. That includes your Mystic Stones. The only stones you can keep are stones with a blue title, And you get those by either trading in these thing called monster shards to Jesse and Parcelite, or you find them in blue chests in the ancient cave. And the ancient cave is... oh, hey, this floor. The ancient cave is... honestly, I'm not impressed with the visual aspect of it, but at the same time, I think the design they went for it fits the whole random dungeon thing. Because if you ever seen the movie Cube, that's what it kind of reminds me of. You have these series of square rooms that have openings on some sides, and when you go into them, you're either taken to a long hallway or another square room. And all the rooms look the same. But you have a map that helps you keep track of where you are. And every random floor, there's a chance for you to... there's no providence or anything that I've discovered. Of course, I've only been to floor 19 myself. Oh, I don't want to fight you guys. I want the treasure behind you. Oh well, we have to fight the Pharaoh. This guy's a unique monster, not very strong. He's just something for your bestiary. Yeah, there's no providence that I found. The only way to escape the ancient cave is when you go down, every single time you use a teleporter to go down to the next floor, there's a random chance you'll be brought to a hall or a special area that will either let you go down to the next floor or leave the ancient cave. I feel bad for killing the king and queen. I didn't really want to fight them, but I wanted their treasure. Which was really useless, actually. Sigh. Oh well. I could go exploring off to the left and right, but the only big thing on this floor was king and queen. I could go for that treasure, but you know, it could be anything from a mega elixir to a potion. I just don't feel it's worth it. We're stupidly strong as it is. Black, black, black. Haha, they're dead. Oh, and the boss fight against DoS, which is how they pronounce it in the game. Voice acting is subpar. I admit it's kind of cool that they did voice acting, but they could have done a better job. But yeah, DoS, the Sinestral Destruction, the boss fight against him was oh so epic. Oh, it was crazy. It's one thing to know when you can damage the enemy, or knowing where the enemy's weak spot is, but I discovered the hard way that just because their weak spot's exposed doesn't mean you should go all out attacking just yet. Oh buddy, I get my butt stomped by him for a good 20 minutes before I finally figured out what the heck I was supposed to do. Ah, this is ridiculous. And by what heck I'm supposed to do, I mean when you're supposed to attack the weak spot. Not just attacking it as soon as it becomes available, because that's a bad idea and you will die. Oh, you'll die. Another cool thing is they implement titles in the game. So, right now I think all the titles are just storyline based. You have to talk to this one guy in the first town in order to gain new titles. And I think they're given to you as the story progresses. I may be wrong, but what was I going to say? But some of them are really neat. The big ones are for Guy. The way I think they've designed Guy to be the last-ditch character with his titles, because he cannot take explosive damage now on at my point in the story. He cannot take explosive damage. If every single other party member is dead, he gains a power boost. And most recently, he gained a title that states every single time... all these titles are active at once, by the way, so it's not like you select one. But the less health he has, the more power he gains. So they've made Guy into the last-ditch strong character. And I'm actually really surprised with how much I'm enjoying Tia. I didn't expect to like her new character design. It looks really stupid compared to her original concept art. For the Super Nintendo, she was designed more as an almost regal beauty. and now they have her as more of the I don't want to say tomboy, because she's not really a tomboy, but they just made her look more plain. But she's so much fun to use in battle. You can only control one character at once, and the battles play out like you would expect from a Kingdom Hearts game. And you can switch out characters anytime you want in battle. Well, almost anytime. You can't if you're you can't if you're asleep, or if you're in the middle of taking damage, or well, knocked down, I should say. But she's actually a lot of fun to use. She opens up her suitcase and a boxing glove comes out. And her specialty is fighting the machine monsters. So when I come across those, they just get annihilated. Well, it's also helped I load up her Mystic tile board with power and crit stones. The only nitpicky thing I have to say about the plot is that even though it's like they took all the towns and plots of the SNES and condensed them, they combined them together. So you get Guy and Salon, I think is how, yeah, it was Salon in the is how they pronounce it in the game. You get both of them from Parcelite, but the first one you get Guy after you get Guy first, and then you get Salon after your mission with Guy. And both those missions start in Parcelite, and you also meet Jaffe in Parcelite, and you meet Rocky or Rachi, however it's pronounced. I don't think I've ever heard them say his name in there. You also find him in Parcelite. So far, the only towns there are Elcid, Parcelite, Fountain Kingdom, and Graz Kingdom. Oh, and the Elven Land. Those are the only 5 towns I've come across so far, and I'm about 14 hours into the game. Where is the teleporter in here? And I just turned up the volume really loud on my headset by accident. I hate it when the volume knob will sometimes brush up against my side if I'm playing the game and cause it to go up or down in volume. And here's the teleporter. Alright, I want to go down to the next floor because we're making awesome progress. I want to get down to the next floor and hopefully get to the floor after that before I run out of time, because that would just be amazing to get. Wait, how many floors is this? Is this 16? What's with all these Zephyr Capes? I don't need Zephyr Capes anymore. Okay, floor 17. So if I can find the stairs to floor 18, that'd be amazing. That means we covered 8 floors in 15 minutes. Hurrah! Or no, 7 floors in 15 minutes. Whoopsie. I should know floor 1, or floor 10 we technically covered in the last video. You just had to get teleporters, so that doesn't count. So 6 floors in one video. Alright. If we get this floor, it'll be 7 floors in one video. So there. Pardon me. Oh, and the flare staff. It's so nice. Or the judgment staff, I should say, not the flare staff. Sven, this is an LP. You need to talk now. You need to talk. You need to provide the entertaining commentaries and the whatnots. I have a lot of YouTube videos to catch up on. I've let my subscriptions list, all the videos that I want to watch, cover 2 pages worth. So that's approximately 40 videos. A little less because there's some people who are doing LPs I'm not interested in right now. Sorry. It's just that I really don't want to see. That game just doesn't spark my interest. That's right, I'm looking at you. You don't know who you are, and you never know who you are because I don't want to insult you. They're doing a game that I just recently did myself. I really just don't feel like watching it. But, it's cool. I need to catch up on Star Ocean and As Your Dreams. Holy crap, I'm behind on both those two. Dang. Oh, and I'm running out of time. Hey, there's a blood tiger. Aw. Alright, well, thank you for watching Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls. I'll find the X in the next video. Bye, everyone.